DNA from a dinosaur. I don't think they do. I don't think it's possible. I think it's too degraded when it's that old that you don't find like. But maybe they'll find something.
But the Tasmanian devils, definitely, they're always trying to bring that back.
No, the Tasmanian tiger.
Sorry, the
Tasmanian devil.
Tassie devils they're around.
That's a weird one because they get cancer from biting each other. They get face cancer.
They all have weird. I mean, all the koalas have chlamydia.
Do they really?
Yeah, something
probably
like
from
90%.
sailors. Australian
Well, they're
sailors.
very cute. They're very. Yeah. It's the dugong of the land.
Those Tasmanian devils, they bite each other in the face and they get these horrible face deformities. It's like
How did the
communicable
cats get AIDS?
cancer. It's like cancer that they transfer to each other. It's really weird.
Did they have that before we got there?
I don't think it has anything to do with us. I don't think that's. I think it has something to do with like whatever the fuck is in their mouth. You know, it could be just all the horrible shit that they eat.
Yeah.
And then they bite each other and their teeth are probably rotten and disgusting. I don't know, like why do Tasmanian tiger or devils rather give each other cancer? Let's find out.
Well, what are they? I mean, we could let them know. What are we going to brush their teeth?
Can't do anything unless you can come up with a medication that stops it from happening, like an antibiotic or something. I just don't understand like how cancer can be communicable like that. Like you can just transfer it by biting. Seems crazy.
Yeah, if you got covered in a tumor, you wouldn't get cancer, would you?
Okay. Devil facial tumor disease. It's a contagious fatal cancer that primarily affects the face and the mouth area of Tasmanian devils. Disease has significantly impacted the wild population, posing a serious threat to their survival. What is it? DFTD is a transmissible cancer, meaning it spreads through the transfer of living cancer cells, primarily via biting.
They didn't notice till the 90s.
Wow. The tumors usually start as lesions or patches in the mouth and on the face and grow into large, disfiguring masses. The disease is almost universally fatal. Whoa.
So we must have done this. We must be somehow.
So.
But if it started in the 90s and now they're going extinct because of it.
But that does happen with animals sometimes.
Yeah, but that feels like weird timing that they were getting by for 100,000 years and then 200 years after Whitey gets there.
But it's possible, right?
Yeah, that's
it's good to be cynical.
We're about to name a football team after them.
They're a crazy animal. You ever hear the sounds they make?
No.
Let's play that. Play the sounds of a Tasmanian devil. They sound so cool. Like, he was my favorite character, for sure, in the Warner Brothers cartoons. The Tasmanian devil, he'd spin around in circles. Your favorite? Blah, blah, blah. It was fun.
I like Bugs Bunny. When I found out, that was at university, cool. People kept going like, he's black. Do you know he's black?
Bugs Bunny's black?
That's like a big thing that he was a black-coded character. He's always like relaxed.
Oh.
And he's got a cool plan that he's working on. He's like a zoot suit guy from the 20s.
Yeah. Let me hear some of this.
Yeah, look, Devil was an easy name to pick. No points for the guy who came up with that.
Right. I mean, if you called it anything else, I would be disappointed.
Fuck, I miss our beautiful Australian animals. I miss the trees. I got to go through California and see all the gum trees again. I hadn't seen gum trees in forever.
Look at that.
That's so nice.
What a ferocious little fucker.
Something gets in the blood where it's like, that's what I think an animal should look like.
You know what I saw?
That's what I think foliage should
close
be.
recently for I think maybe the first time, a wolverine.
Are they real?
Yeah. No, the real animal. Yeah, it was at
Hugh
like
Jackman
a badger. No, it's a badger. It's in the badger family, I think. But I saw one at like this nature preserve when I was on the road. It was pretty interesting, man. You see those little fuckers, like they're unbelievably ferocious. They scare bears off of carcasses, and they weigh like 50 pounds.
But this is the year that I've seen the most animals because I've got kids and we travel around. And I've been to like 8 zoos this year.
Oh, cool.
So it's a lot of zoos, but man. Did you know in New York they had a guy at the zoo? They had a human zoo.
What is he fighting here, Jamie? Yes.
Wait, that's the Wolverine?
Yeah, the Wolverine.
If we get into animal fight videos,
Wolverine
I'll have a drink. I think he pissed himself while that was happening.
Of course. He probably pisses himself all over the place, just probably to make himself more ferocious. Like, the wolf gets a hold of him. I've seen mountain lions get a hold of him, and they don't kill him. They're, like, unbelievably durable.
You ever watch the bird and the fish that goes on for, like,
The bird and the fish?
There's like a heron trying to get a small fish, and they play it in slow motion. They put classical music behind it.
No, I haven't
animals
seen
trying
that.
to get away from other. That's a big.
Oh, I've watched a lot of those. Animals trying to get away from animals. Yeah.
Running fast across the wilderness. You want them to get away.
So your animals, you have a lot of weirdness going on over there, right? Because you have kangaroos. Sometimes they get like an infestation, right?
Then they go up in a helicopter and they gun down the kangaroos.
What used to kill the kangaroos back in the day?
I don't think anything was killing them.
So how did they get to
I think there might have just been less arable land. Maybe they had like less to eat.
Oh, really?
I assume they would starve, but like, I don't think anything kills the emus. We lost all our big predators.
The predators aren't two.
Dingoes and
But dingoes came later.
wedge-tailed-
Dingoes, I think, came from India.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Some kangaroos are like 6 feet tall. They're fucking huge. Like
But they'll only bother you. So there's that one video of the guy with the dog. But
right, but what I'm
usually they won't
saying
leave
is,
you alone.
good luck to the dingo.
Yeah.
These fuckers get big.
Well, they're in packs, though.
Dingoes are.
Yeah.
Oh, so they'll
I
hunt.
think they're in packs.
Well, they probably don't hunt the big males either, right? Oh, bro, look at all.
Fuck, I miss Australia.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you miss the most?
Oh, I miss the football. I miss the
Look at
accent.
Look at all these fucking.
I don't remember that. That
kangaroos,
doesn't
man.
usually happen. We don't usually get together in
What's
a
all the
weird mob like
cults?
that. It was during COVID when everyone was inside. There was like kangaroos came back into the town. They were jumping about.
So this is a mob of kangaroos?
That does look like a mob. You'll see them. You'll go on like a nature walk and you'll just see a kangaroo in the distance just looking at you.
Jeez.
But they're like, they seem friendly and mysterious, and then they jump away.
So was there like more dingoes all over Australia at one point in time?
I think we clamped down on it at some point.
Clamped down on the
Well, there was that
dingoes?
lady who lost a baby, and she
Right.
said a dingo got it, and no one believed her. And now they think the dingo maybe got that baby. But also the dingoes are all in I've never seen a dingo.
Imagine your dingo eating your baby and nobody believes you.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, you'd
like,
be
not only is it
livid.
horrible that a dingo ate your baby, but then
People
also
call you a
people
liar.
think you killed your baby.
All right, my favorite one is the poet Ted Hughes. He's married to Sylvia Plath. He comes home. She's killed herself in the oven.
Oh,
Very
God.
sad. Very difficult.
She killed herself in the oven?
I don't think he came home. He'd left her by that point for another woman. She gassed herself in the oven.
Oh, God.
Then I think it's the woman that he runs away with. A couple of years later, she also kills herself in the family oven.
Oh,
His second wife. So, like, from the outside, people in the British literary establishment start going, I think he's killing his wives in the oven. You can't have a second oven suicide. That's a fool me once type situation.
well, you could if the second wife obsessed about the death of the first wife.
Yes.
To the point
Boy,
where...
you'd be careful with wife number 3.
Well, it
You'd
seems-
say, we're going electric oven.
well, these are ex-wives, right?
Yeah, once they're... I think he was still married to the second one.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have to leave her, but he...
So
he
while
and
they
Plath
were
fell out.
married, she exed herself like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that guy's probably got shitty choice in ladies.
I believe it. But you'd just be so cautious. The second one in the same way.
Yeah, that's an issue. You'd be like, this keeps coming up.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, if you, like that's the thing about like the Clinton body count. People go like, if 51 of your friends commit suicide,
Very sad.
like something's going on. That's a giant number. Most people don't have 51 close associates whack
Yeah.
themselves in strange ways.
Some people are unlucky.
One of the guys hung himself from a tree by extension cord and then shot himself in the chest with a shotgun.
Yeah, because he was a hard worker. He was probably a good part of the DNC operation. He didn't want to leave it to chance. Yeah, the mysterious suicide. It's hard not to get into the I try not to have a conspiratorial mindset because I get unhappy.
Well, we already talked about what Israel did. They made the fake phone call to the
But
military
that was only because
leaders.
it was impressive.
And
I thought it was cool.
right. It is cool.
But the beepers, they came out and they said, we did it.
Both of them are cool, but it's a conspiracy. They
It's a secret.
conspired to whack somebody.
They did conspire.
Yeah, and they did it, and they pulled it off.
Well, they were getting like the last Nazis for a while.
Oh yeah,
Over the latter half
hunt
of the...
them down. 50 years later, 60
Yeah.
years later, hunt them down. Yeah,
You'd think they'd manage to clear up Hamas quicker.
it's one of the weirder things. You ever see that show, Hunting Hitler or Finding Hitler?
Nah.
Okay.
I've seen shows like that on the History Channel a lot. I don't know if I've seen that one. Where
Tim
he, like-
Kennedy was on it, and they all went down to Argentina.
Yeah.
And one of the things you find in Argentina is like entire towns where people speak German.
Yeah.
And so what?
And Italians too.
Well, yeah, right. Mussolini's guys.
Yeah.
And so they found all these photographs of like SS soldiers on the walls in people's houses. Like there was a television show about it.
We have a German town in Australia where they say there's a pub with like Nazi stuff on the walls. Ooh. I've never seen it, but the Germans. There's there's a Bavarian town where everyone's nice and relaxed, and then there's like a Prussian town where people.
Very intense.
But also sometimes you will go around to like a German guy's house, or like they've got an old German family, and then you look over on the mantelpiece and there's a knife there. There's a very special knife. It's like, we can't get rid of it. That's Grandpa's knife.
The weird thing is like they have full towns down in Argentina that practice Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
They put on the lederhosen, the whole deal. Like it's a German town.
I think there's something about the black population disappeared. I don't know if this is, I think it might be Argentina. They had like a big black population, and then over 100 years, people go, I don't know where they are anymore, but they're not here now. And I think it coincides with maybe it was before the Nazis got there, but that's a weird rabbit hole. There's not a lot about it.
So many rabbit holes.
Some people say like they just integrated and
what, whitened up?
Like it's kids after kids, and you can't see it, but like they had a big black population. Then am I right? I need that one. I don't want to just say that and have it sit
we'll have
there.
to look that one up.
But like it disappeared.
And this is Argentina?
It could be Europe.
Black Genocide,
Yeah.
The True History of the Whitening of Argentina.
Thank you,
Whoa.
Travel Noir, a website. I've never heard of that website, but I assume it's a...
Whoa. Today, many Argentinians hold the erroneous belief that Argentina neither participated in the slave trade nor witnessed the presence of Afro-Argentinians, as if they had left the country naturally. Such misconceptions persist despite historical evidence. Former Argentine President Carlos Menem once shockingly declared, in Argentina, blacks do not exist. That is a Brazilian problem.
No one's bringing that up.
Whoa. Less than 2 centuries ago, black individuals comprised over a third of Argentina's population in 1800.
That seems like a question. That seems like someone should find out what happened there.
Holy shit. Holy shit, man. The factors behind the disappearance. Sudden and profound disappearance of black Africans from Argentina is attributed to a confluence of factors.
The 1870s, though.
First is the war against Paraguay, spanning from 1865 to 1870. Thousands of black individuals fought in the military during these conflicts and other wars, resulting in significant losses. The fatalities led to a considerable gender gap within the African population, prompting unions between black women and white men, which effectively diluted the black populace. In addition, many Afro-Argentines sought refuge in more welcoming political climates in neighboring Brazil and Uruguay.
But you don't lose a third of the population by like a
That's
battle.
like,
And
they're saying all of them.
Yeah.
Like there's no way these factors would make all of them go away. Another devastating factor was the outbreak of yellow fever in Buenos Aires in 1871, which claimed the lives of numerous locals. But still, wouldn't it be like here it is. But many sources point to a far darker and more sinister force at work. A covert genocide orchestrated by Domingo Faustino Sarmiento, who served as Argentina's president from 1868 to 1874 and played a pivotal role in decimating the Afro-Argentine population. Okay, so it is a genocide.
yeah. But this was about 100 years before I thought.
Wow.
But then no one's going after Argentina for this.
Well, I didn't even know about it until
It's always
5
America.
minutes
Everyone
ago.
goes about like America's a racist country, their racist history.
Holy shit.
Why is no one talking about Brazil's slavery? Brazil had way more.
Yeah.
Brazil was like, I think they kept doing it for 20 years as well. It was huge. And then everyone just acts like Brazil is a cool place to go by the beach and relax, which maybe it is.
Have you ever seen The City of God?
No.
City of God is about the favelas in Brazil,
Yeah.
in Rio, and it is. It makes Eddie Bravo said this, that it makes Boys in the Hood looks like Sesame Street. It really does. Like if you watch that movie, it's so violent and so crazy. And apparently, when you talk to people from Brazil, particularly from the favelas,
Yeah.
it's actually accurate. Like there were gangs of kids like this. There were like young 10, 11-year-old kids committing murder every day. they had guns. They were moving drugs and getting money, and like young.
What
young
turned it around
kids.
though?
They still have it.
Ah,
It's still an issue. I mean, they've done their best to try to like the soldiers will like do raids into the favelas at times, especially when someone does something crazy. But
I know I was saying positive things about slums before. There's negative things to having slums as well. I would just like there to be more housing.
Yeah, housing would be good, but good housing would be better. And there's enough money. There's enough money to do that. It's like you just have to. We have to prioritize. Like, what are we spending money on?
I mean, we shut Australia down for like 2 years. No one was doing anything.
Yeah, you guys went nuts.
If you ever lead the world in something bad, that's, I think, a bad sign. Once you have the longest lockdown.
What is it about Australians as a culture that allowed them to be kind of ordered around like that?
We love rules.
Is that what it is?
I think about this a lot. Because it's, I mean, like driving in America feels wild and free. Like, no one's doing the speed limit. If you do the speed limit on the freeway, it feels way more dangerous than going 5 over. We have cameras you can't, if you go 1-2 miles over the speed limit in Australia, you get a fine. They've recorded you. You're in. And we don't push back. I have no idea why, other than because people don't like it. Overall, people don't want to go through the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
But maybe we have no like animating sense of freedom that people should be free. It's like, I think if the motto here is "Don't tread on me," we've got "Pull your fucking head in." You hear that quite a lot.
Pull your head in.
Pull your head in.
What's
like,
that mean?
What are you fucking doing? Pull your fucking head in. Like, get in line. Go with the flow. Do what you're meant to do. And for a while, I guess we were also prosperous for a long time, and that worked. If you just like laid low and you did what you went to school, you went to uni. The government's going to pay for your uni. You get a nice job. You get a big, beautiful suburban family home. Don't buck the system. You don't have to do anything crazy. And as that falls apart now, which is falling apart quickly, rent's out of control. The inflation's so much worse. The immigration is like, it's silly. Like, we're not building houses in line with that. And so it's like, a lot of comics are moving overseas, like in a way that no one moved overseas. For the first 10 years I was doing comedy, I think a couple guys went to the UK, and that was it. And now Aaron Chen's here, Blake Freeman's here, Amos Gill's here.
What do you think is the big motivator what was the biggest thing that was a problem over there?
Post-COVID, I mean, COVID radicalized a lot of people.
Is that what it was? Just the kind of control they put down on you guys?
It was, and then there's so much opportunity here. People keep saying the cost of living's going up in America, and it is, but it's like still, it's wacky that eggs are only $3.70 or something. That's so cheap for eggs for us.
Really?
Yeah.
How much are eggs over there?
More. Substantial.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like how much? Give me.
I don't know. I'm buying free range eggs because my wife insists on it. But still, I think if you did like a milk to milk, egg to egg, you'd dominate.
Interesting.
America has so far to go before it gets to be a revolutionary. 14 a dozen.
Whoa. $14 a dozen you guys pay for eggs? That's crazy.
Oh man, if you got Coles and Wool, I mean the dollar's a bit different.
So there's less opportunity, things are more expensive.
And also
But what about COVID radicalized a lot of people?
You got locked in your house it was literally in Melbourne. We were in Melbourne when it kicked off. My wife and we had a newborn child, and she was pregnant with the next one. And they said, we're locking everyone down for 6 weeks. You can't leave your house. And we had like stronger state-by-state regulation. So if you moved back, we were from Adelaide in South Australia. They said it was 2 weeks if you came from interstate. So we just drove all night and got out, but then watched as people. It's like a 300-day lockdown.
Jesus Christ.
You couldn't do... It was one of the only places you could do shows was in Adelaide. I like Josh Sepps. He seems great. I saw him on here talk about I think you confronted him about the concentration camps. And it's like, yeah, we had camps where we concentrated people. I don't know what else you're meant to call that.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a disagreement, too, about myocarditis. And it was interesting. It was like you would get all these different... Now it's like firmly established as a higher risk of myocarditis for young people that took it. But back then, it was really confusing. And I was like, why did I read articles that said it was a higher risk? And then he brought one up that said there was more of a risk of getting myocarditis from COVID itself, which really didn't make any sense even in the argument, because back then we didn't know that it not only doesn't protect you from getting the virus, it doesn't even protect you from spreading the virus. So you still get it. So you still have a chance if that's true.
Yeah.
But it turns out when I talked to Dr. Asim Malhotra, who is he's a part of this whole Maha thing too, and he was another doctor that was initially pro-vaccine and eventually just realized there was a bunch of horseshit going on with all of it. He said that's not what they measured. They were measuring troponin levels. They were measuring like what happens when you get sick, and that those levels are higher in a viral infection. And he was saying that's not indicative of what true myocarditis is, which is an enlarging of the heart and a scarring of the heart tissue. It's like it's a different thing they're looking for. They're elevating the number of people that are getting it from COVID by doing it this way, he was saying.
Oh, I can see why you, like, it's hard to lose trust in the establishment. Like, you want to believe that the people running the medical side of things and who are setting all the rules have your interests at heart, and you should listen to them.
Especially if you're in certain social circles, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in certain social circles where people are very pro-science and very logical and rational, and they are all in agreement of one thing, you don't want to be cast out of that social circle. You don't want to be thought of as being a fool. And so you don't want to have any opinion that's opposing what is this consensus narrative amongst these people.
It's also, I mean, it's nice to be in that group because you get to live in a world where the government cares about you and they know what they're doing, and this politician in a suit. Like, there was
yeah, but you got to know
the realm for personal expression in politicians was tiny for a long time because it was that's what you want. Trump's blown this up, but I remember like Howard Dean did a weird scream and his career was over.
It.
That's what it took back in the day to ruin your candidacy.
Well, how about
because they had to keep that illusion going that like these are very competent people who will not make a weird noise at the wrong time.
Oh, well, for sure. That was all they would need to latch onto. And then they would like throw it in everybody's face. It would be all over the news and it would be over.
Yeah.
There was no internet. You know?
But isn't that a nice world to...
That world?
Like that 50s world of like, we've got a man in a white coat and he knows what's up. You don't have to do all the... It's taxing to try and figure out how disease works.
Oh, it's not fun. It's not fun to not trust anyone and always want to read like hundreds of different articles on any complex subject to try to get an understanding of who's telling the truth and who's not. It's a pain in the ass.
And the cost for getting it wrong is, like if you get 19 things right and one thing wrong, they just go, you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But I think the key is like you have to say why you got it wrong and then express yourself. Like I get things wrong, but I'll tell you why I got it wrong, and then I won't lie. And I'll tell you what I know now. So if I know now that something's different than what I thought, I definitely always say it. And I always say, I was wrong about this, and this is why. I like get it out. You got to get it out because it's important. Like the whole thing is we're trying to figure out what the fuck is actually going on. And when you're looking at like really complex, like you get into something like the Kennedy assassination, which is like one of the big ones in this country because there's a lot of people like, oh, let it go. And then there's a lot of other people who go, no. This shows you how they did it in 1963, and they've evolved. And anything that's alive, that's still a part of the systems are all still there.
Yeah.
For sure, they're just way better at doing that. And they've learned how to not use a magic bullet and, not fucking, the grassy knoll and not kill all the witnesses. They learned how to do stuff that. They got a lot better.
So it's like, Jack Ruby kills... I'm going to get a lot of this wrong.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Jack Kennedy kills Lee Harvey Oswald.
We have a photo of it right out there, the moment he's shooting him.
But then when he's under arrest, there are like two journalists who come and interview him. And I think one of them kills him.
Jolly West. Jolly West, the head of the MKUltra program.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolly West visits him and he goes insane. He'd never had any history of mental illness. Jolly West he sees Jews burning in hell, and he's going crazy. He's hiding because he was a Jewish man.
Yeah.
So he thought they were coming for him. He's hiding underneath the fucking bench. He was screaming. He had some completely. They dosed him with acid, man.
Yeah.
This is the MKUltra people visited him.
I think a journalist who talked to him before he died got killed by some sort of gay karate chop.
A gay karate
It was like
chop.
a gay journalist, and then he took a man home.
When you fuck him in the ass, you chop him in the back?
I think he took a man home for a sexual encounter, and then he was karate chopped to death. I think that's the official explanation.
It's a very rare thing to karate chop a man to death. That's a weird choice.
It was the 60s. It was cool to karate chop somebody.
Why did they know it was a karate chop unless they have a video?
I think that's the medical examiner said. karate chop.
Okay, that medical examiner doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. He probably just stomped him.
Well, do you think? Well, who's the Manson family? The Manson.
Yes.
He was dosed with some sort of.
Oh, 100%. And I'm sorry if you've heard this before, ladies and gentlemen, but the book Chaos by Tom O'Neill is amazing. Amazing.
All right.
He's Greg Fitzsimmons' old neighbor. So Greg, who's at the mothership this weekend, who's awesome.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, and I've been friends with. I started doing comedy with him 1 week apart when we did open mic night.
Was he a Boston guy as well?
Yes, known him forever. He's awesome. So and hilarious comic too. I think it's all sold out. But he was next door to this guy, and this guy was a journalist, super nice guy. They became friends. And he's saying, "I'm writing this thing about Manson." It was supposed to be for a magazine. It was supposed to be like 25th anniversary of the Manson family killings. But he starts finding all these inconsistencies, and he keeps going further and further down the rabbit trap, and he thinks the prosecutor's full of shit, and there's some sort of a connection to the government. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? So he doesn't meet the deadline. So he keeps going. And so then he gets a book deal. And it's going on and on and on and on and on for 20 fucking years. For 20 years, this guy studies nothing but the Manson case. He's got stacks and boxes.
Yeah.
And he's been interviewing people. And then he puts together this book with help. He had to get someone to help him organize it because he was so deep in the weeds. He's got enough for another book. I mean, a pure obsessive, but a brilliant guy. And this book, Chaos, it outlines all of the MKUltra involvement in the Manson family and all the different things that they were doing at the time with the CIA mind control experiments. How they were running brothels.
Which they did definitely seem to have.
100%.
Yeah.
All 100% real.
Do you know about this lady?
Dorothy Kilgallen, reporter cloaked in controversy.
I'd say read this.
Okay, Dorothy Kilgallen is best known for her column, The Voice of Broadway, in the New York Evening Journal, which was published in over 140 papers, and for her role as the game show panelist in the 1950s television program, What's My Line? She was hailed by the Post as being the most powerful female voice in America. Kilgallen spent a vast majority of her career cloaked in controversy, most notably surrounding her investigative work into the John F. Kennedy assassination. As a longtime skeptic of the Warren Commission, a study conducted by the United States government into who killed JFK, as well as who killed Lee Harvey, well, we know who killed Lee Harvey Oswald, JFK's supposed assassin, Kilgallen dove deep into the controversy. Some may even argue too deep. Kilgallen was under suspicion that Oswald did not commit his crimes alone and published several articles reflecting this belief. Jack Ruby, who allegedly killed Lee Harvey